Oh guys, it's just Jookman here once again. So we're going to go on with my story that we were talking about before. So we've gone from going to St Kilda, mucking around, going getting drunk, getting into trouble, running amok. It was the skinheads I joined up with, not the punks. Sorry, because of my brain injury, my brain sort of switches off. This is a record of Slim Dusty. I'm zooming in here. He was a legend and a half. I grew up with listening to Slim Dusty, and I grew up listening to these truck songs too. Anyway, getting back to the story, I left St Kilda and I went all over the city, all over Melbourne. Lived here, lived there. Got pushed from pillar to post. Getting older and older as I get every year that goes past. And then I ended up living in Preston age 37. I landed in Preston age 37 and the Housing Commission heard my story or some of my story and they were shocked. They said you awarded the state and you didn't get help beforehand. You should have had help because when you're awarded a state you're entitled to stuff and I didn't really know that. No one told me. Anyway, I went into the to a couple of offices and in Preston Housing, and they got the ball rolling. So I ended up living where I am today at this one-bedroom unit that I've got in Preston. I was still an alcoholic by this stage. I'd still been drinking many years. I started drinking age 13, and it never stopped. It just got worse and worse and worse. And then when I landed in Preston, I got the Housing Commission unit. I was still an alcoholic. And then about age 42, I was diagnosed with, let's go back a bit. I ended up drinking in the Preston pubs, making a nuisance out of myself, annoying people, getting drunk all the time, going from pub to pub, getting locked up for drunk and disorderly. Every fortnight, every time I got paid, I'd just get drunk and then the police would come to this place I'm in now and lock me up. I'm not proud of that. I'm pretty disgusted in myself. But because of the circumstances I was in, I could say I didn't know any better. But, anyway, so I went to the pub one night after going to these pubs for a long time in Preston. Ended up getting bashed once again, really bad, on my front doorstep of this place. Whoever bashed me pretty good. Left me with some head injuries once again. And then after that, getting out of hospital once again, I decided to say, and then I got pancreatitis, that's right. I bled out. They'll rush me to the hospital and told me I had pancreatitis. I was spewing up blood. I was bleeding internally. And then age 41, I decided to give up the alcohol and getting serious about life. And I never turned to alcohol ever again. So that's my story. It's too long of a story to go into the ins and outs of a duck's ass. We'll be here all day. So that's just a bit of my hard luck stories. Hard times never last. I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good space now in my head. I've got a good partner that supports me as much as she can and guides me. I've also got a carer once a week that takes me shopping and helps me pay all my bills and keeps me level. He's a good guy. He's been working with me for the last 3 years. Him and my partner and a couple other people that support me, and so that's it in a nutshell, really. Life's what you make of it. Mine hasn't been good from the word go, but you still got decisions in your life that you have got control of. No one else has. Mine's been really messy, my life. But all I can do now is look up and look forward, get on with my life, and give life a real go. Now I'm 53 and I've got a lot of health issues. I've got to get over these health issues now. I've got regular hospital appointments, and all I've got to do now, because of my health issues that I've got, is keep going to the hospital when they call me in, keep getting my hospital checks, and cross my fingers and my toes that I live for a longer life span, and that's all I can wish for now. I've got everything I possibly want in life. Also, I've experienced a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have experienced if I hadn't have come from that house of horrors, as I call the foster family, a house of horrors. Abuse, violence, screaming. You know, you could just imagine this young kid growing up in this abuse. You know, the father's always drunk and yelling and screaming. So, yeah. Alright, guys, that's the end of my story for now. If there's any questions, send me a message, ask away, and I'll try to fill in any gaps that you're curious of. So, as I said before, look after yourself, be kind to yourself and everyone else around you if it's possible. And you have got control of your own life, no one else.